Oh,
It stopped.
okay, it stopped.
Huh.
And you witnessed this?
Let's see what he has to say.
You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife?
As I already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
Salmon swirl.
But, isn't that odd? Look at this photograph! And this is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Ah.
That's what they want us to get out of that?
Oh.
Oh, she is wearing brown gloves. That is really hard to tell.
Jeez.
Okay, they should have made that a little more obvious.
Yeah.
Like, put the knife on the ground or something. That's really vague. Okay, whatever. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Even Edward's like, what the hell are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection.
If I doesn't yell objection, it's like, objection. Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we?
It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
Objection! How can you tell that?
Well, there is blood.
Blood splatter.
That we actually did know.
That we know. That was the obvious thing. Huh?
Okay.
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? No, it's in black and white.
It's a black and white photograph!
Why are photographs always black and white?
Yeah, why are they black and white? This is the future. It's supposed to be like modern day. We don't freaking walk around with black and white cameras. Ah! Yes, it's hard to tell, but it could be blood. You know what they should have done? They should have proved that first.
Yeah.
The fact that she said like it was before the murder and then show the blood and show that's wrong.
Yeah.
Or something like that, because I couldn't even tell there was a knife in there. Whatever.
It could be soy sauce. You never know, from one of our lunches. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
Well, tonight's Wednesday, so yeah. Arg! You got a better idea? No problem! No problem! No objection. Wait! That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Alright.
Well, it seems I was simply unclear. My apologies. Why are you pointing?
That's it!
Well, revise the testimony.
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go.
That's a weird metaphor.
Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Which is murder. Objection! Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
It's hard to tell, actually. Well, are those gloves? Wait a minute. They're trying to say it's premeditated. It isn't. It's Edgeworth's knife.
Oh, yeah.
She took it from the car. See, if it's premeditated, that means she had to have had the weapon from the beginning. That it would have to have been her knife. It can't be
Unless she
premeditated.
knew that Edgeworth was parked there and Edgeworth had something to do with it. by
Yeah, but
leaving
how
it,
would
right?
she know that Edgeworth has a knife?
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Unless
they said
Edgeworth had something to do with
because
it.
Edgeworth already said that yes, this knife I keep in the trunk of my car.
Yeah.
So it had to have been just like quick. I'm gonna take your knife and stab you.
Yeah.
It's not premeditated. That is obvious that we can prove.
Okay. Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those gloves on?
Protection.
If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Kiss me. Warg!
Warg.
What's warg? These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Because murder's not bad. Premeditated murder is. Accidental murder, also way bad. Witness, add this to your testimony. Mony.
Alright, revision.
A murder was planned. The rubber gloves proved it.
Now this is obvious. We can just present the knife.
Okay.
Objection! That was easy. Witness, do you know what this is? I love how when he knows he's right, he'll freaking talk down to you.
And he'll be very, very obscure.
Yeah, he's like, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know.
Bitch. What kind of insult is that?
Well, you trying to test me? If you're all you know, I sell box lunches. Okay, thank you for establishing that again.
That's a knife. The knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
A knife?
The knife that was in Mr. Edwards' trunk.
Even admit why it's wrong.
Indeed, it is my knife.
What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? Yes, or the devil, honey.
That woman said so.
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
Okay.
I love how freaking pompous and smartass out freaking Phoenix Wright becomes as soon as he knows he's right. He's like, we should just do this.
Like he doesn't state why he's saying.
Like
this.
literally the first, like literally at the beginning, he's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. The second he does, he's like, I got this. I'm awesome.
What's that, rookie?
What's that, Snooky? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves? Seemed like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon!
Oh.
Oh, that's a new sprite.
Yeah.
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! I love how awesome he gets when he... Oh! She threw her lunches in the air. That's not that she threw them, just caught them all. Order! 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 No, I'm saying, can I order another lunch? Oh, order! Great! Now the tides are turning in our favor. Yeah.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Here comes Edward.
With no motive. Ah!
Now he's gonna have something to say.
Yeah, you're right.
That finger wagging.
Right? I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
Ah! Edward, that's why I love you.
Wait, that would be a dessert.
What?
What the hell does that mean? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. That's true. I guess. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there.
That rhymed.
The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. That was planned. If she wasn't, why did you skip over the text?
That did on its own. It's basically said, if it wasn't, why would she be wearing gloves? Basically what she said. I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. That's why I interrupted you while you were speaking.
Okay.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now? Angel's deduction.
Honest guy intended to murder Detective Goodman.
Alright, again, not what you said.
That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office.
Okay. Still not what you said.
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim.
He still doesn't
Still
explain
not what
anything that
you
you
saw.
saw. It's all just speculation. Like, he's probably the grudge, I'm sure of it.
Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Okay.
Also
again
not-
and again. Boom.
There it
Single
is.
stab wound.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. That does sound like a lot of pre-meds, doesn't it?
Alright.
So if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Yes.
Good
Yep. I'm glad you
thing.
got something from this. Huh?
Good thing, because the delivery boy always messes up on my orders.
Now I'm gonna mess up on his life.
I mess up coming back to the
Oh, they're like, ding dong, ding dong. I was like, here's your pizza. Ah, no, no, dear God, that's for getting the pepperonis. Ah, oh, I'm dying. Ah.
But what if it was a different delivery boy that messed up?
From now on, I'm using Domino's.
Use Domino's.
In any case, if I've been out crazy, I was a witness.
Okay, so
I didn't even need to. I already know what the freaking wrong thing is.
The autopsy report.
Blah, blah, blah. Shut up, bitches.
There you go. That's it.
Present a autopsy report. 1 knife wound. Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you.
That's nice.
Bring it on.
With my Moss surprise.
That looks appetizing.
Moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
Ooh! Ah, I love you, Edgeworth. We're like double teaming this.
I
lady.
know, exactly. This is interesting.
Even though, like, but the funny thing is, like, Edgeworth is basically trying to prove us wrong, but at the same time trying to freaking
Prove her wrong.
beat her up, basically.
Yeah.
We're just like double
This is
teaming her. What do you mean? She's like, you are so not getting the yet another boyfriend position. Edward's like, good, I only like men anyway. Same here! Unless you're underage and you're not, and that's not a turn on for me.
I
Emma's
shouldn't
probably
have
like,
to
"What?"
explain this, but take a look.
I love how Edgeworth is proving our point for us.
No, Emma is probably like, what do you mean by that?
The autopsy
I'll
report.
show you later.
The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from 1 stab wound.
You sound like you're trying to like channel Jeff Goldblum with that. The autopsy report states that the death was due to loss of blood from 1 stab wound. It's that's chaos theory. Anyway,
These things make
I love how Edgeworth is proving our point for us.
Thank
We
you.
yelled objection. He's like, oh, by the way, is this totally wrong?
Yeah, he was just waiting for us to catch him.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
Or we just make this interpret.
Oh look.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
Sure, I'll check it.
What about my objection? No one noticed?
I'll
Sorry,
check it.
I'm into smart guys.
And I'm into underages as well.
Well, witness.
You got crime scene set, right?
Okay, that's kind of funny. It's a knife and there's like ketchup.
That's a fork.
Or a fork. It should have been a knife.
Crime scene set.
That's actually kind of funny. Oh, thanks! Nom, 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 nom. I like rub out my face.
He's gonna be so damn.
I always
full by
believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood.
She's like, I got stuff. He has like a. He's like, at the end, she's like, oh, by the way, here's my bill. Oh, shit. Put it on Fish right now.
Apparently, they're not in favor of the spelling of catsup.
then. Heinz ketchup. Heinz ketchup.
But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. Ketchup?
That was the tobacco.
Ketchup.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood.
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood in her breasts.
Is that where you're looking?
I'm not even gonna say that.
There's a position for girlfriend that hasn't been filled by anyone yet.
Splattered blood on her victim.
From her victim.
From her victor.
Victor.
Well, that's it.
But
If I get a water bottle?
that's
Right,
why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify!